The Mad Coach training series was created with a very specific intent in mind, and it wasn't to teach a new combination, a takedown, or a leg lock. Those things happened, but they weren't the point. The goal was to test an environment, to see what happens when fighters, coaches, and a promotion share the same room without ego, without scripting, and without rushing the outcome. To see if a space could exist where people actually work, not perform, and where evaluation happens naturally instead of artificially. This first training series of 2026 did exactly that. Before anything else, thank you to Fight for It for supporting the vision and understanding that development doesn't always look flashy at the start. Thank you to Schell Shock BJJ for trusting the process and providing a facility that allowed the room to breathe. And thank you to coaches Osvaldo Gonzalez and Gustavo Estebaum, who brought two very different coaching styles that ended up complementing each other in real time. Finally, respect to the athletes from Team Rock and Schell Shock BJJ. Everyone showed up prepared. Everyone stayed the full 3 hours. Nobody treated it like a drop-in. That matters. What stood out most wasn't a technique, it was the energy. The room was calm, focused, and functional. Fighters were problem-solving instead of waiting to be corrected. Coaches were observing instead of dominating. Conversations continued after the work was done, which is usually the clearest sign that something landed. That environment is not accidental. It's intentional. The training series operates on 4 pillars. Promote MMA events by creating visible, evaluated talent pools. Promote fighters by attaching faces, names, and context to performance. Develop coaches by giving them real rooms, not scripted seminars. Help fighters find placement on events based on readiness, not records. This wasn't matchmaking. It was an observation with context. Based on composure, engagement, and overall readiness, several athletes stood out during the session as strong candidates for upcoming opportunities. Lee, Team Rock, dynamic, composed, and comfortable, letting his skills show. Evan, Team Rock, technical, disciplined, and steadily developing. Corey, Team Rock, cerebral, adaptable, and already carrying a main card presence. Cody, Schell Shock, fearless in the pocket with clear kickboxing upside. That doesn't mean fights are promised. It means work was seen. Looking ahead, the vision is to host 12 training series events this year, continuing to build opportunities for athletes and coaches while strengthening the regional combat sports ecosystem as a whole. The goal is to connect fighters with the right events at the right time, with the right preparation, and to give coaches space to grow alongside them. The next training series is currently in development, and our vision is that your participation will maintain the same level of engagement and evaluation that made this first one successful. Fighters and coaches interested in participating in the next session should reach out directly to the Mad Coach to be considered. This series isn't about rushing people forward. It's about building rooms where progress actually happens and letting the work speak for itself.
Something's happening. Not someday. Not somewhere else. March 21st. Charlotte, North Carolina. This isn't a highlight reel. This is live cage fights. Real rounds, real pressure, real consequences. Prelims at 4. Main card at 7. Be in the building. Or watch it live, wherever you are. Fight for It 27. If you care about fights, Charlotte, North Carolina at the Grady Cole Center is the place to be.
Hated it. I've seen it a bunch of times with MMA interviews and podcasts in general, where somebody's mic'd up and they got a jacket on. It happens for the UFC a lot. That's why I say MMA. Somebody will be mic'd up and have a jacket on, and the jacket will just be given
the wrestling of the jacket
the whole time.
Yeah.
I feel like I can almost date pretty well off memory, but it's been a while now. But how far the UFC's come with like their play-by-play footage and the work they do in the booth or the van, whatever they say. But I feel like it's fairly recent now, in the last few years at least, that they could have like a playback on command or
On the truck. I
in
think.
the truck.
Yeah, the production truck.
Production. That's the word I was looking for.
I'm gonna tell you, like when I look back here, my one of my most favorite people training was Miss Jessica. She was training. She was working hard. She was working hard. Miss Jessica be hanging in there, boy. She sure does. Yeah, I like myself some Miss Jessica. You got some good angles.
Oh, you can. That's awesome, man.
You got some good angles. Like because it's such high resolution, I can still shot some of these and turn them into
Yes,
pictures.
with all of it, yeah, you can pick and choose.
Especially now that I know how to use AI to incorporate it and um, have the AI actually crop out a lot of the artifacts. You know what I'm saying? So it makes it a little bit better in terms of like, um, it looks like it's a quality photo taken by a professional, even though it's just a screen capture. So it's almost like it's a double win, you know?
Yes, to have video and to be able to get photography out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So I'm getting the photography and the video, and then you sync it together, you know, at different points, especially when you're trying to chop it up and go back and tell a story. It's like amazing, amazing. I mean, like I said, man, like I'm proud of everybody getting out on a Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Coming to do what they're doing.
and showed up for hard work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, um, if Miss Jessica was my favorite individually, then Charlie and um, Evan definitely not. I mean Jalen, Charlie
Yes,
and
they were
definitely killed it
wow
working together. You know what I'm saying?
on this screen too. This is such a good look.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You did a really good job. And I tell you, like when so we were looking at the differences between the two coaches. From what I could tell, is with Osvaldo, he came by and watched a lot, but he didn't interject as much. You know, like he didn't have as much to say. The same way that let's see. All right, so this was Osvaldo's portion, and I skipped through some of this. He wasn't talking to the individual teams as much. He was walking by, watching, you know, like this. So he's more from the outside and saying, you know, good job and stuff like that, which is good. You still need that. Whereas Gustavo was more doing correction and answering questions.
Yes, that is true.
And don't get me wrong, because Charlie said he enjoyed Osvaldo more. He said, I like the hands off. And I'm kind of the same way. I like the hands off. Like give me the tool to work with. Let me play with it, and then we can talk about it. You know, instead of you correcting it every little micro movement. I kind of like that because there was one that Rudy and Fondo were doing, and they were doing the same thing. They were working on a lot of their own corrections, which was really good stuff.
Problem solving.
And I'm gonna always be a fan of that
Yes.
because the thing about what I love about problem solving is because the problems themselves are opportunities. And when you're trying to be a fighter, the one thing you need more of it's up at bats. So you need more opportunities. You need more problems to solve. That's what builds your repertoire in your brain, your arsenal. So you just got more to work from, more material. Imagine
Charity, what a word for it.
you're a computer, and you only had like one file in it. You know, like you don't have much to work from, to pull from.
No, not at all. Dismal is the word that comes to mind. I said dismal is the word that comes to mind. One is not working with much.
See, I like this right here. You're focused on the legs, and some of these panning shots that you took or whatever, they make good transitions by themselves. It's
Yes.
So I don't have to add a transition in there.
I'm sorry, but that's my reset. How you always coach fighters to have a reset. That's my a kind of a good comparison, I guess. That's my reset, because you're gonna get a shot that you like, and I try to frame by threes, across the shot, and I pick levels. I either go low or high, but the camera is so nice that if you give it something to focus on, it's going to give you the best shot, I think.
Yeah.
And going in and out to objects, it'll show off just how good the quality is. So I always try to come close to somebody as a subject, or I put them in the third panel.
So you're working from a traditional composition format.
I've seen a couple people talk about it before, like certain directors and stuff. But man, I forgot the other thing I was gonna say.
I tend to like to copy some of your more iconic television shows and movies. So when they have the character coming in from the left or the right. Wow.
Oh wow! Yes,
That was
thank you so
very
much.
fast. Fried rice. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Very fast. Yeah, I can eat this. Got me some cucumbers to go with it too. I tell my wife, I have veggies, baby.
That I just remembered though. Transition shots, like.
Yeah,
Yes.
it looks good so far.
Thank you so much. Thank you. If somebody walks across the frame, or if somebody I'm focusing on goes out of shot for a second, or somebody takes up their line of vision or whatever, I don't freak out necessarily with shaking the camera, trying to get my subject all the time. But I'll pick and choose if something shows up in my line of vision, whether if I'll track it or not. But it makes for such a good transition a lot of the times. If you see something pop up, it's like your cue to transition.
So I always try to remember that the people watching it are not professional videographers. You know what I mean? So some of that shakiness in it is so natural. It's what they would do. And so to me, it feels like it's better when you have the mistakes in it, because more people who watch it are people who make mistakes. They're not professional videographers. They're not professional photographers.
Yeah, it feels alive.
They did really good together, Evan and Isaac.
They did. They were working also.
So from your time spent around Evan. Do you think he's ready for that fight?
I wonder how much he's got to give all out. I think he's a technician with the way that he works on his MMA. Who's got that dog in him is really what you're finding out for sure with the highest challenge. And him at his best, I would love to see him go all out because I know I got faith in his roundhouse kicks. I got faith in.
Would you buy a ticket to see Evan fight?
Yes, absolutely. He's gonna go for it. It's inspiring to see. I just figured out how old he was yesterday or the day before. That's surprising to me. Not so much because I don't believe it, but I didn't really. I just didn't know. Young guy, but he's after it. He's after it.
Schell Shop BJJ located in Fuquay Varina, NC. We offer jiu-jitsu, MMA and kickboxing classes to men, women, and children. We will match our instructors to your level of experience. We are dedicated to providing a safe and productive environment because at Schell Shop BJJ we believe, not all family is blood. Find us online at fuquay-varina-martial-arts.com. Schedule an appointment by calling 919-518-5204.
1, 2, now I'll do 1, 2. Instead of you just going for a regular hook with my hand, I want to pass my hand and go with my forearm. But before that, we want to get the hip a little bit more profile than usual, right? We're going to be more like the boxing stance, right? So we think you box you fight more like straight, but in box you do like this. So I want to be like 1, 2, 3, and I want to step in, push it, right? So I'm going to step in and sweep. So I want to be 1, 2, push. 1, 2, move. 1, 2, move. Step, push down. Right? That works very good if the guy try to close the distance and strike with you. So sometimes we get here and the guys we start engaging this fight, so we both you can try here. We go here and as he's about hit me too, that's when I go boom. Right? So the drill we want to work on, so I want to work 2 times, just jab, cross, hook. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. On the third one, I go 1, 2. I want to pass. Like if you can grab the neck, it's fine too. Now I step my leg over here, and then I hook his leg. As I hook his leg, I want to pull my leg all the way down, so it's like this. Right? So I want to pull all the way down and pushing his shoulder to the floor. Right? So we'll be striking there. We'll be boom, 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 boom. Right? Right out. Yeah. Again, I'm gonna fake a kick before he's gonna overreact. Right? I can go back to the kick because he's damaged, he's hurting, he's showing me too much. Right? You know the poker face, right? When you hit a guy, he just tries to act like it doesn't hurt. His body language says another thing. Right? At that point, the poker face is gone, he's overreacting, it hurts. Right? So I could use that. I could go back to the kick and just go back at it, or use that overreaction. Boom, he overreacts. If you're an MMA guy, you can shoot a takedown. Or if you like to fight, right? Not saying takedowns aren't fighting, right? But let's say he overreacts, you come up, boom, use that reaction, set up something big, boom, boom, right? So you, again, counter the reaction, you got the underreaction, and then you got the overreaction. All these three things I want you guys to work. So we're gonna go 2 rounds, right? One person going the whole time. One person reacting, one person attacking, all right? We're gonna do that for 1 round and we're gonna switch off to each. As the person who's reacting or overreacting, give the guy a good look, right? Switch it up, right? If he's kicking, right, you're gonna kick him. Boom, exactly, right? Or he's gonna kick me. Boom, boom, boom. Right? I'm gonna give him a realistic look, right? Maybe the first kick, you know, I'm gonna check off rip. Maybe the next kick he throws, I'm not gonna check at all. Maybe I'm gonna give him a real reaction where I'm trying to, you know, really over-exaggerate, right? Just show him different looks. Make sure your partner's working the whole time, right? So one person going, one person.
Are we just focusing on kicks right now?
If you want, you can set up off of like, I would say for now, you go to the body and go to the leg. I guess maybe later we can implement the hand and stuff like that, but I like to use this off the kicks a lot because kicks are very effective, right? Especially if you're comfortable with them, right? You could go around the world with them, right? You've seen guys win fights with just leg kicks, leg kicks, leg kicks. So for now, I would say work the leg kicks, body kicks if you want, right? So the main focus is the legs. If you feel comfortable, maybe go to the body with your partner, or if your partner's like, you finish the body. You know, you guys know your level, so if you want to add a little bit, you know, to the drill, you want to use front kicks or something like that, make it work in, right? That's cool, right? All right, 1, 2, 3.
Throw in first.
Any questions, let me know.
Something's happening. Not someday. Not somewhere else. March 21st. Charlotte, North Carolina. This isn't a highlight reel. This is live cage fights. Real rounds, real pressure, real consequences. Prelims at 4. Main card at 7. Be in the building. Or watch it live, wherever you are. Fight for it 27. If you care about fights, Charlotte, North Carolina at the Grady Cole Center is the place to be.
Schell BJJ located in Fuquay Varina, NC. We offer jiu-jitsu, MMA and kickboxing classes to men, women, and children. We will match our instructors to your level of experience. We are dedicated to providing a safe and productive environment because at Schell BJJ we believe, not all family is blood. Find us online at fuquay-varina-martial-arts.com. Schedule an appointment by calling 919-518-5204.